Hi, Mikoi.
Hi, well,
Hi, everyone. I feel like at this point, since Mikoi is here every week, I should say hi, Mikoi, first before I say hi, guys. So, hi, guys. Hi, everyone. Thank you for joining today. And as usual, my name is Violet Simon, and I am a certified Salesforce consultant with Tequma AG, your Swiss partner in your Salesforce journey. And again, as usual, I have with me Mikoi, please introduce yourself.
hello. I'm Kai. I'm also Salesforce consultant working for Tequma, Swiss partner in your Salesforce journey. I see we are going very formal today. Okay, so it's
I try my
good to
best. I try
know.
my best.
So
Okay,
I'm
so
I'm trying to be in this with Violet. So we meet every week, right?
yes, we do. And yes, so this is the ninth episode of Talk Table or Table. I think everybody actually switches that. So I think I'm going to do a poll, which sounds better, Talk Table with Tequma or Table Talk with Tequma, because I think somebody asked me and I was like, okay, so I'm going to do a poll and see which sounds better at this point. Because me too, I forget. So please put in the chat where you're watching us from, where you're listening to us from if you're at work. And yes, we would like to know how far, like I say, how far my face has gone. That would be nice. So yeah. Okay, so it is another week, and then as usual, we talk about Salesforce topics, how far we've grown as Salesforce consultants. I would not say as people, but yes, as Salesforce consultants, and how the challenges we've seen on this journey. And today, our topic is I'm still talking about the Salesforce MPSP cloud, and I would like to, would I say, expand on that because we have a webinar, guys. I think that you should go and watch the webinar. There's no expansion I would do that is more than watching that webinar. So, as usual, please subscribe, scan the barcodes. Thank you.
I have this feeling that almost the 50% of our previous episodes were on NPSP. So,
Right.
guys, if anyone asks me what the NPSP is, you will be forced to watch all our episodes of Talk Table with Tequma webinars, and I hope it will be clear.
Yeah, true, true.
But
Fair point.
Violet, what is the topic for today? What are we supposed to discuss?
Okay, so our topic for today is, I would say it's broad, but still straight to the point. So our topic for today is customizing Salesforce MPSP for your non-profit needs. So we've
Okay.
agreed from our last episode, we talked about how every non-profit, they are different. Every non-profit have different goals. And yes, so today we are going to talk about customizing based on that goals or based on the needs of that non-profit. So let's get to it. Um, I don't think I should actually explain what Salesforce nonprofit is anymore because I've spoken about it a lot. So I'm just going to ask Mikawai from my last episode, which you were here with me. What did I say about Salesforce MPSP?
Oh,
Yes.
so we are talking about campaigns, right?
Yes, we did.
And how we can use them. That this is a great mass communication tool, up to 5,000 emails per day.
True, true. Yes.
I think I'm stepping on the very thin ice here because, yeah, I'm not completely sure what you mentioned last week, but maybe this is a good reason for me to get back, as we always send our viewers the previous episode. Probably this is a good reason for me to go back as well.
True. So, guys, if you want to know if what he said was true, please watch the last episode and call him out. Call him out that he forgot. He's not supposed to forget. Okay, so I've worked with a lot of non-profits working on customization, and I think that for most non-profits, what they actually focus on is creating custom areas or I don't want to limit it to saying custom fields or custom objects, so I'm just going to put it in one big word. But yes, so over time, I've seen that creating custom fields to help with their non-profit needs or to facilitate what the non-profit is about actually helps in their needs or solving their immediate problems. So depending on what the non-profit actually caters to, because non-profits actually caters to different areas. So there are non-profit that caters to food, caters to finance. So creating fields that actually match those industries actually help to meet their goals or help them to achieve their goals in the long run. Right, Mikoi?
Yes, it does. I think we should start with the statement that NPS Pay is almost identical to the regular Salesforce platform that you can purchase, right? There are obviously some, I would say, minor differences uh, because it's still the NPSP cloud, not a Sales Cloud, Service Cloud, or any other that you can imagine. But you have almost the same ways to customize your platform to your needs. So,
Yeah.
for example, fields like you mentioned, objects to store some certain values that are not supported by the default objects or the standard objects,
Yeah.
automation, or even branding, right? So changing the colors. All these points are included in the NPSP. So it's like a commercial platform, but delivered for free to NGOs. So I think we could elaborate on each of those points, but maybe it would be nice to tell how very quickly you can adjust the platform to your needs. So Violet, what
Yeah.
would you think? Where would you start with customization?
Where would I start? I would say the first thing I would do is branding. I think branding is something that is very overlooked, but it is actually needed. I want to log into Salesforce and see the name of my company and see my company colors or see my non-profit colors. So I will start with branding, and it's good you mentioned because it's actually overlooked, but it is very needed. So yes, do not ask me this next week when you ask me if I remember.
So guys, Violet is a marketer and she's focused on colors, on feeling, on if the client loves how it looks like. I wouldn't start with the branding, definitely. I would
Oh,
start with implementing the process from the clients and some custom processes that they have. So that's how different we are actually.
exactly. It just shows how the field that you pick when you're starting your Salesforce journey actually depends on who you are as a person. Because I think I would think of branding first. So yeah,
Yeah.
and as we always say, we have different minds in Tequma, so there's always someone to fit your needs and fit where you're looking to start from or where you're looking to go to. So as usual, you can reach out to us on LinkedIn, on we are also on Instagram. I don't think I promote Instagram as much as I should. But yes, so you can reach out to us on LinkedIn or you can send us an email at info@tekima.com. And definitely someone is going to respond to you. I always say it. I say we are available 24 hours every single time. But yes, so after I going back to that, after I
Sorry.
do branding,
One,
what?
one, one comment on our social medias. Guys, just wait a few months and we will be dancing on TikTok. You can be sure about that. You will see me on all these trends.
Well, I I don't think I will be there yet, but guys, you might see me come very soon. So look forward to that. After I work on branding, I think the next thing I would go to would be the implementation. So I'll probably start looking at creating custom fields. Yes, I think I would create custom fields first, and then I would think of creating custom objects if needs be. But most times, it's actually good for starters or for non-profits when starting on their journey to start with standard objects instead of creating a new object and just push them into it. Especially if they don't have guidance or have Salesforce consultants on board to guide them and to help them in training and implementation, basically. What do you think?
Yeah, I think at the beginning it's pretty reasonable because The platform is already adjusted for, I think, majority of the NPOs, right?
Yeah.
But it's only the matter of time when you will be needed some more technical object to store some values or to make custom relationships between your new objects and the objects offered by the Salesforce. And I think the very natural step after what you mentioned will be focusing on the automation, because by the end of the day, probably automation of your work is one of the biggest values that Salesforce brings to the life of NGOs, but not only,
True.
also to the commercial clients. So here the flow steps in, and Violet, as you perfectly know, and all our Tequma joiners are also aware of that, that we are pushing flow as a consultants. People that are maybe not very into code,
Yeah.
the flow is our rescue, right? So
True. Yeah, yeah, I agree. And I think as a Salesforce consultant, it's actually important to learn flows and to be able to work with flows. So yeah, I agree. And I would not actually, so for so I actually had a conversation with someone that said that you can actually use your Salesforce platform to your full extent without using flows. Do you agree with that school of thoughts, or you think that automation? I think automation plays a big part, but do you think you agree with that school of thoughts?
of course, it is usable, right? On the commercial platforms, when you operate with your clients, it is also doable to make it without any automation. But then you find out that you spend hours on putting some data from one place to another, updating on statuses, updating fields values, or I don't know, making some follow ups on the processes that you have. So yeah, it is doable, but I think the most reasonable way to use Salesforce is to actually use the flow. And by the way, I was talking to one of our consultants today, and she mentioned that while preparing for the system administration certification, she did not know anything about flow, which was very surprising to me because it's actually one of the most important tools that you can imagine in Salesforce, right? So
Yeah,
definitely automations, not only for commercial clients, but also for NPOs is very important. So
I agree. So because imagine trying to manually send 50 mails to different customers when they are created as a lead, when you can literally just automate it. So yeah, it actually makes your work better in different aspects. So I think automation is actually really important. So would I put automation over implementation? I don't know. I think I would have to convince myself. So for now, I think branding, implementation, and automation goes for me. And we have seen that for Mikowai, implementation is first. So good thing.
yep, definitely. But I think if we recreate all these points, then branding is included as a part of customization. All the fields, right, objects, which are the part of the implementation, and then development and trying to recreate all these processes or redesign them to be even better.
Yeah, true. I agree. So, this is the ninth episode, and we have once again talked about the Salesforce MPSP and how important it is. And I think the main point to get from this is that it is the same as other Salesforce clouds, and they offer the same services as the commercial package, just that you get it for free. So that is something to note. And you can also subscribe to our packages if you need help, if you need training, implementation. So you can just it's scrolling on my screen right now. So you can look at that. I don't think I have to spell it out, but yes, and then you can subscribe to I want to say my YouTube channel, but subscribe to our YouTube channel because I want to I want to be inclusive of Mikowe. So thank you very much for joining me for another episode, and it was nice to talk to you again, Mikowe. See you next week,
See
and
you
have a
next
good
week.
week, everyone. Bye.
Yeah, thank you.